Now it's time to take a look at the race for mayor in St. Joseph. Current Mayor Bill McMurray not running for re-election, giving way to 4 challengers. We learn more about them this morning. Whitney Lanning says her experience at turning around what was once a struggling nonprofit in St. Joseph will come in handy in the mayor's office.
We were quite literally on the brink of bankruptcy or demise, and in just 4 short years we were able to turn that around.
The executive director of Community Action Partnership and candidate for mayor says much of what she's done for CAP needs to also happen for the city.
Being able to increase wages, being able to cut the cost of family benefits in half, and providing a inventory and life cycle replacement plan for equipment. If we can do that as a nonprofit, the city can do that as well.
As the leader of an agency that works with and for low-income individuals, Lanning says she has a good feel on some of the problems holding the city back from strengthening economically.
I really believe that the time has to be now in us addressing some of these issues like addiction and mental illness and skilling up our workforce. We can't attract new businesses if we don't have the workforce to provide them.
Lanning responded to reports out about workplace complaints against Community Action Partnership by former employees.
I had to make difficult decisions that weren't always popular, and so I think that having a mayor that can be collaborative and that is not afraid to make difficult decisions is really important.
And while she's excited about growth and momentum in downtown St. Joseph, she says her focus as mayor would be broader.
I am really focused on what are we doing for the south side and the north side. When you look at St. Joseph Avenue, there's many businesses that are no longer there. When you look at the south side, I think that they are chugging along and they're doing some good things, but they need that support too.
For mayoral candidate Gary Wilkinson, being a leader in St. Joseph is nothing new.
I'm a 3-term city council member, and also I was deputy mayor for a period of time, and during that time I also served as mayor, so it's not my first rodeo.
During his time in office in the 1990s, Wilkinson helped start the EMT program for St. Joseph's Fire Department and helped St. Joseph to get its All-American City designation. Coming back, Wilkinson says he'd like to focus on the city's streets and sidewalks more, saying the benefits would help on a lot of fronts.
When people come to the city, they look at those things, your sidewalks, your curb, your alleys. Is this city a clean city? Do I want to move my family here? How is the infrastructure? So it's very important. And it's important because our kids have to go to school every morning. And a lot of times they're walking on the streets.
Wilkinson says he's also troubled by the current plight of the police department and hiring and retraining new officers, and says he would focus on finding more money for them.
There are other cities in this region that we are in competition with that offer from $3,000 to $10,000 bonuses for officers. So basically we've become a training site. We train people and they get qualified and they move on to higher paying positions. We need to look at that as a city. And that's not just in law enforcement, that's in healthcare and other industries.
And like other candidates, Wilkinson says the city must remain firm with MoDOT on keeping the I-229 double-decker bridge as part of the interstate system and functional.
And I think the state was looking at maybe we can drop this off on the city. We can get rid of the maintenance. We need to place their feet to the fire. You guys built this. We have incorporated it into our planning, so we need to work together.